What's up, man? Back with another video. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Let's get off into this right quick. This is one of those stories that have you scratching your head. And not only scratching your head, it has you thinking, what else is going on in that place? Now, we heard a lot of stories like this, and we keep hearing stories like this. There's this actor named Jerry Harris. They say he was a star of a reality TV show or something like that. Called Cheer. He was sentenced to 12 years for sex crimes involving minors. He pleaded guilty to federal charges related to soliciting child sexual abuse imagery and illegal sex conduct with minors. Let's read a little bit of this. A judge in Chicago sentenced Jerry Harris, the Navarro College cheerleader who became a breakout star of Netflix documentary series Cheer, to 12 years in prison on Wednesday, on guilty pleas to 2 of 7 federal charges related to sex crimes involving minors in February. Mr. Harris had reached the plea deal in February, in which prosecutors agreed that after sentencing on the 2 counts, the charges that he persuaded a 17-year-old to send him sexual explicit photos for money and traveled to Florida for the purpose of engaging in illicit sexual conduct with the 15-year-old. They would ask that the remaining charges be dropped. He had initially pleaded not guilty to all 7 charges in December 2020. Mr. Harris' plea agreement noted that sentencing guidelines may recommend 50 years in prison for the offenses, though Judge Manish Shah had noted that he might decide differently. Judge Shah also ordered Mr. Harris to serve 8 years of court supervised release following his prison term. A lawyer for Mr. Harris told Todd did not immediately respond to requests for a comment on Wednesday. Okay. In the memo filed before the hearing, prosecutors had asked Judge Shah to sentence Mr. Harris to 15 years in prison, arguing that Mr. Harris took advantage of his status as a competitive cheerleader, his social media persona, and eventually his celebrity and money to persuade and entice young victims engaged in sexual explicit conduct for him or with him. Mr. Harris' lawyers had requested a 6-year prison term to be followed by 8 years of supervised release, arguing that Mr. Harris had himself been sexually abused. He has been sexually abused as a child in the world of competitive cheerleading, and therefore had a skewed version of what he understood to be appropriate relationships. The sentencing caps a case that began nearly 2 years ago, September 2020, when Mr. Harris was arrested and charged with production of child pornography months after the release of Cheer, which follows a national champion cheerleading team from a small-town Texas community college. Around the same time, he was sued by teenage twin brothers who said he had sent sexual explicit messages to them, requested nude photos, and solicited sex from them. Mr. Harris befriended the boys when they were 13 and he was 19. Okay, let's read this one. All right. In a voluntary interview with authorities in 2020, Mr. Harris acknowledged that he had exchanged sexually explicit photos on Snapchat with at least 10 to 15 people he knew were minors and had sex with a 15-year-old at a cheerleading competition in 2019, according to the criminal complaint. After federal agents interviewed other minors who said they had relationships with Mr. Harris, they filed additional felony charges against him. The charges that Mr. Harris did not plead guilty to as part of the agreement, including 4 counts of sexual exploitation of children and 1 count of enticement. The 7 charges involved 5 minor boys. Mr. Harris has been held at Metropolitan Correctional Center in Chicago since his arrest. Okay, we got that out the way. Now I want you to buckle up your seatbelt. But before we do that, Essentia, who sent you? All right. Now, Mr. Harris likes, the same sex, as you see. But he likes them younger than him. Like, basically, they're minors. He's 19, or he was 19, and they were 17, 16, and 15. And he knew it. It wasn't like he didn't know. He did know that that was not a thing he should be doing. He admitted that. The key thing to this, one of the key things they said, it was done to him. The things he's doing to them, he's basically saying it was done to him. Now, I don't know if the money thing was involved when it was done to him, but that's what's put in the story, that he was also taken advantage of in that same way. And so he basically did it to others. Now, again, maybe this is before he got money. But now, since he got money, that's power, and that's things you can bribe people with. You can bribe people with your celebrity. You can bribe people with your money, with your status. And so that's basically what they said he did. Now, I don't know who did this to him before he got the notoriety, but they definitely, they definitely need to be held accountable, whoever that is. I don't know if he's going to say anything. I don't know if he's going to tell people who basically took advantage of him. And so now in return, he wants to take advantage of other people. As you see, his lawyer said, well, maybe he misunderstood what a relationship is, because that's what happened to him. And those things are true. Do not get it twisted. A lot of people mimic what happens to them, and then they do it to others. And in this case, that's what the lawyer is saying. I don't know, but that's what the lawyer is saying, that he's mimicking what happened to him. So whatever situation he was in while doing that little, the cheerleading thing or whatnot, he's basically saying he's mimicking that. And that could be a thing. That could be true. If you ever sit down and you talk to certain individuals who do, prostitution, or you do, treat people in a certain way, they would tell you, this happened to me, so this is why I do such and such. This happened to me, so this is why I participate in such and such. Or I was around this, so I grew to, it became a part of me. So this could be that. This could definitely be him being a victim of it at an early age, and now it became part of his character. That could be it. I don't know how true it is, but if that's a true story, what the lawyer said, then that could definitely be it. That could definitely be it. The environment you grow up in, or what happens to you, can affect you, and going forward in your life, depending on what it is. And in this situation right here, he's going to got to sit 12 years in the big house. So hopefully get some rehab in there. Hopefully get some rehab in there, and he can get some help, some therapy to get over that, because that's not easy. Being taken advantage of, and then you duplicate it, and now you got to sit 12 years. Now again, I don't know this person, so I don't know if it's that got him doing this, or maybe that's what he wanted to do. I'm not sure, but we gonna go off what the lawyer said, because that's all we can go off of. And maybe this is what maybe this is the situation going on. So hopefully he can get some help. But hopefully the victims can get some help also. And this is a sticky situation, man. This is a wild, sticky situation. So again, I don't know this individual. So hopefully they can get some help. But at some point, you would hope that some gut feeling, or a sign would show up, like, this is not right. But sometimes when you are under a certain type of spell and a certain type of lifestyle, that's just what it is. And I believe in this situation, even though we heard a lot of these situations when it come to in certain aspects of life, when it comes to sports, entertainment, modeling, all that type of stuff. We hear these type of situations a lot, and it's kind of it's kind of sad that that people do get taken advantage of or led down the wrong path, and then as they get older, it can come back to to bite them. So I think that's what's going on right here. Like, again, we hear stories like this a lot, and we have to start listening. We got to start listening. Now, I don't know if maybe he want to do a confession or something. I don't know, but he did say he knew there was minors while he was doing it, so he's very aware of the age gap, and that they're not of age. He's very aware of that. Again, in some states it could be this 16, 17, 18. But again, he said he knew they were minors. He said that himself. So he knew when it comes to that, he was very aware of that. But again, learned behavior, man. Maybe that was learned behavior. And again, if you in this environment, then that's all you know. If you in this type of environment, that's all you know. That's all you know. With that being said, like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all next video. Love yourself more than any relationship. Boom.